So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So things are underway. Oh, it's Batistuta. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
This guy Tielemans is a player I've warmed to. I've been really impressed with having seen him so easily adjust to playing even in the fast, high-intensity leagues, and in addition to that, play one of the most demanding roles in the team too.
De Bruyne! That is delicious! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And Belgium are ahead! So, a breakthrough already. Oh, this looks sharp. Tielemans.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Castagna. And it's Castagna. Now it's Mbappe. Tielemans. Distributed tidily. He's found the way through. Trossard. Xabi Alonso with the clearance. To Ketelara. Knocks it into space. Oh, well played, well played. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Koundé, nicely weighted ball. And he was quick to react. Half an hour played now. And here's the Ketelara. He won't be happy with that one. Trossard. Great vision. Now it's Batistuta. Oh, what a ball! Yamal was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. De Bruyne.
Portugal truly have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
There will be a throw-in. Oh, that's well spotted. Yamal. And it's Azar. Good take. Tries a shot! And it's in! Portugal are level! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
After 45 minutes is number 19, Yamal.
Portugal, and that is indeed the final act. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Just a
I
quick
think the
reminder
manager
today,
should be
please
pretty
refrain
happy
from
that his
talking
side managed to
outside
come
this
in on
stadium.
level terms.
Thank you
Things
very
seem
much
to be
for your
going a
cooperation.
little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. And we're already back up and running after half-time. Gerrard. And it's Tielemans. Doku has the space to scheme. Plays a sharp little ball here. Taken back almost at once. Oh, shooting chance! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Has another go! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Oh, it's very good running that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Stood up well to him there. Trossard. De Bruyne. This is a promising build-up. And they are prompt with their pressing.
The Ketelara really was well marshalled there because he was denied the...
Big chance! Goal! Portugal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Portugal are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Substitution for Belgium, number 17.
Belgium can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, it's an interesting move, this, Peter. It just gives opposition defences a very different challenge.
Portugal have their lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
De Bruyne. That has been slung wide. Oh, that's fabulous. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Cleared away. And it's Meunier. Lovely. And the shot! He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic. Yeah, a fantastic run and a fantastic pass to play him in. Both needed to be timed to perfection, and they were.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Timothy Castagne. Number 10, Trossard. Coming on the field, number 3, Tat. Number 22, Alexis Salamakis.
So again, we have parity.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Could be danger here. Decent chance! Goal, Belgium! And the comeback is complete. And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
That's shocking. The ease with which he was able to get into the space, and the player of his quality was highly unlikely to miss that.
Romelu Lukaku. Romelu Lukaku. Substitutions taking place.
Portugal choosing to make the first change. Messi coming on here as broadly expected.
Well, it's going to make for a frantic end, Peter. Let's hope he's got enough time to make the impact he wants.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Mbappe! So close to drawing level.
Mbappe clearly wanted to level things up in a hurry here. It didn't quite come off for him, but top marks for the effort. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they need to be thinking in terms of guile, deception, don't they? Oh, there's a probing ball.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
Gerrard.
That was lovely, that.
Can he finish? Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Meunier.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Tielemans. Doku. And Teat. Doku. De Bruyne does have his name on the score sheet, of course. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here.
Substitution in progress.
Doku. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. And that signals the end. Portugal can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, Peter, this was probably more slugfest than a game of football, but I actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides went full pelt trying to win this. A throwback to games gone by.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things already rolling. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far, very much so. There's pace and great technique, but the most outstanding...
And the finish! He's scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
After 10 minutes is number 20, Andrei Shevchenko.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Akanji promptly onto that, and that is that. De Paul. Tries to pass it through. Ronaldinho knocks it out wide. Now it's Kimmich. Applies the finish! Neymar is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him.
Mahmoud Bagan really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Kimmich looking to receive it in space. Paris Saint-Germain with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And it's Cucurella. Cucurella making good progress. Looking to play him in. He's in a great position here. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Ferran Torres! It's a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Ferran Torres really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
Paris Saint-Germain are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Looking for options for movement.
Neymar really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Shevchenko has been caught there, it's a foul. And he's going to have his name taken. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Great vision. He's got away. And Batistuta! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Batistuta really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
This possibly the last play of the half. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Please report to the staff room immediately.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. So the action resumes.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back.
But there could be trouble here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Chance! And a neat finish! It is an explosive start to the second half. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they've only got themselves to blame. Mistakes in those areas are very punishable.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
That has ended up in no man's land. Yamal, good take in a good area. And he's there to belt it away. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
It's a good run down the right. Kimmich. That is lovely. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Space for him to turn and look. He's having a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
It's their second corner of the game. Punched away. O'Shea. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. Bagan may only be one behind, but they're showing much in terms of threatening parity.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And he was quick to react. Nicely aimed pass. Now it's Shevchenko. Knocks it into space.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
It's a pretty loose pass. Just 5 minutes left.
Bagan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Oh, that's fabulous. Ronaldinho! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Ronaldinho just backs himself every time. Give him a challenge and he'll rise to it.
Corner number 2 then. And it's been taken short. Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Ricky Point. 2 added minutes has been indicated.
Now it's Yamal. And that is that. Well, this was a game they could so easily have won on another day, but alas, that wasn't to be, and they go down by the odd goal. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Bagan lost their way after falling behind early. Their concentration was weakened and their character, and that's cause for address.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're very much on the way now. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Well, now here is a young man who really does seem to have the whole world at his feet. Lamine Yamal, a player of barely matched potential and indeed of barely matched expectation.
And the inevitable comparisons that go along with that, Peter.
And are those comparisons justified?
Well, from what I've seen of him so far,
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. And that gets things running. They appear to be shaping up in a 4-4-2 formation.
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system is that...
Great chance! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Well, from a defensive perspective, Peter, that's a really poor one to give away. Yet,
Cruyff! It's off target and by quite a way. He's had it taken off him. Tries to play it through. And it's been played through. Cruyff. Baresi deals with that comfortably. Costa Curta cuts out the pass. And that's been won straight back. Now it's Neymar.
Manchester really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Cafu.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way. Barcelona definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim. Is big chance! Kukçu. Now that looks a decent ball. That's a good ball. Can he finish? And no mistake. They have done it. They have their equaliser.
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly...
Oh, he's been caught napping! And that's gone loose. Rummenigge herring after the ball here.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Can he get it through? Well, that's beautifully weighted. Now he's running away. Oh, he's been flattened there. Plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Zanetti. Crunching tackle. There will be a throw-in. And he's managed to gift it back. Oh, that's a key interception. Kukçu. Oh, easy pickings there. Now that's well seen too. Belletti.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And here's Cruyff.
Might want to be careful there.
And the referee says that is that for the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Manchester really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half. The second half is up and running. Belletti. That's beautifully weighted. And it's Neymar, looking for the run. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. No, that was never going to make it. Kukçu. Rummenigge. Barcelona ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. He's a sharp little ball here. Great ball if he can get there. And that's an excellent interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, he's been caught on it here! Batistuta, and he was alert to it.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Threads one in. That's a nicely weighted pass. Batistuta. It's a goal kick. Belletti. And the ball's gone astray. And it's Kukçu. Pele conjures time and space where few can. And he's quick to snatch it back. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Barcelona appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And here's Shevchenko. Looking for options for movement.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
That is good alertness. And he plays one through. That's the keeper's ball. The final 5 minutes. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Substitution in progress.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides. It's run loose here.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
There will be 1 minute added time.
There'll be a minute of stoppage time. Aims beyond the defence. Look at the space here. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And that is it, the referee has seen enough. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to settle for what they get and hope for better in the weeks ahead.
Please have your entry tickets at
Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
Well, we're on the way. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter.
He's had a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
And the shot! He's delivered all right! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Club America are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And it's Neymar. Aimed beyond the defence. Deftly away. Threads one in. Priol kept his eye on it, and he's there. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's fabulous. Shoots! Oh, good finish. That is remarkable. All square in a matter of moments.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
And that will surely go down as one of the easiest goals he could ever score.
Well, my sympathies go to the keeper, who was left horribly exposed. You don't expect players to switch off in front of goal like that.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter.
Oh, shooting chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Still very early doors, but it is a closely... Oh, terrible pass! That pass has been well intercepted. Has a look and place it forward. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Goes for a shot! And he's there to belt it away. Tries to play it through. It's a pretty loose pass. Vitinha knocks it into space. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Just eases him off the ball. Akanji gets it away. That's a nicely weighted pass. Tries to get it clear. Gerrard. That has been slung wide. Well, that looks a decent ball. Header! Harmlessly behind.
Club America really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
That's a little off target. Pass somewhat off target. Looking for the run. And he plays one through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Shevchenko. Can he get it through? That is good alertness. And that is the end of the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, I think keeping our neutral hats on, Peter, this is more than a decent game of football where we've seen plenty of creativity. Both sides really ought to be looking to up the urgency, though.
Well, they've gone toe-to-toe for those 45 minutes, and at half-time the score is 1-1.
Substitution for Club America. Number 26, Luis Diaz. Number 19.
There's the whistle then to start the second half.
Coming on the field, number 20, Vinicius Junior.
The pass is intercepted.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
And the shot! And he should have made them pay.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Club America with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now a sudden chance to counter. Played out towards the right wing. That's a lovely pass. Very nicely done. Good spot, that. Not the most accurate pass. It's a promising position. Oh, it just wouldn't sit for him.
Yeah, quick thinking and the right choice for me, but that was difficult to get right.
Substitution for Club America. Number 6.
Corner number 2 then.
Bellingham. Number 2, Akanji. Coming on the field, number 8, Van Bommel. Number 14.
And he can clear it away.
Substitution.
And now they can spring out of defence. Spread neatly. And that is expertly dealt with. And the shot! Well taken goal. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Can he finish? And a terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Oh, good effort. He will be livid with himself. Looking for options for movement. Well read, and the danger is averted.
Substitution for Club America. Number 5, Vitinha. Coming on the field is number 41.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Looking to play him in. Oh, important interception. And it's hoisted clear. Great vision. Can he get on the end of this? And it's made decent chance! And that could come back to haunt them.
That was extremely good focus from the keeper, and it could turn out to be quite a significant moment.
Corner number 3 coming up. Kimmich plays it short. And he shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball.
Club America really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Plays
a sharp little ball here. Oh, it's come loose. Kobel with the clearance. Taken back almost at once. Probing pass. Good read, needed to be. That's really well cleared.
6 added minutes has been indicated.
Puyol tries to pass it through. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's through here. And just the keeper in. Pele! That's really well manoeuvred. Gerrard. And that's it. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Pele voted
Please
man of the
join me in
match,
wishing
and
all the
deservedly
best for
so.
members of our fan club celebrating their
Terrific
wedding
recovery, a
anniversary today.
really fine win that, Jim Beglin.
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
So it's away we go then.
Well, for Pepe, this is the time to get that stern focus in his eyes.
Yes, it's that look that says, I'll win at all costs, and you better be prepared for what's coming.
Well, he knows, doesn't he? He just knows. At the core of his game is winning battles, physical, aerial, mental. To him, winning, however he does it, matters most. Triol gets over and intercepts. That's where it came from. He's looking wide.
Deserved a better ball there. He's right to be disappointed.
Shevchenko. That's a look and plays it forward. That's Batistuta. Stojkovic. Cafu. Great vision. That's a promising position. Stood up well to him there. Stojkovic. And it's Eto'o. Can he get it through?
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
And he's gone looking for safety. Looking for options for movement.
Well, caution is dominating proceedings. This isn't meeting expectations.
Now, can they get him away? Van der Vaart. Now, that looks a decent ball. Stojkovic. He's had a shot!
Borussia Dortmund with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Oh, great leap! Firm header, just off target.
He did so well there, it's just a shame about the accuracy.
Van der Vaart. Oh, easy pickings there. That's a little off target. Van der Vaart. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. So, power or guile, what's it going to be?
Someone's eyeing this up with real belief here.
It's their second corner of the game. Deftly away. And now they can spring out of defence. Batistuta picks it up out wide. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Now who's going to be first to this? Lovely pass, but can he get there? Can he get on the end of this? Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Oh, that's a fine interception. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So your views on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time.
Substitution for Borussia Dortmund. Number 11, Raphael van der Vaart. Coming on to replace him is number 14, Rashford.
So we're off again.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Aim forwards. Cafu promptly onto that, and that is that. Distributed tidily, and it's Eto'o. Tries to pass it through. Neymar. Batistuta. No, it's Batistuta. Batistuta is flagged offside. Played back to the goalkeeper. And if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. Right, Shevchenko. Stojkovic. And here's Stoichkov. Eto'o was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he's picked it up out wide. Incoming delivery. And that is well cleared. Crossed in once more.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. That's just playing it safe and simple.
And still, we await the first breakthrough. Neymar. And he can thump it away. Cafu. Van Bommel makes the interception. Stojkovic. Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick.
Substitution in progress.
Borussia Dortmund are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. And it's O'Shea.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Ah, he's given it away!
They've been denied a chance to develop any rhythm in the passing department.
That's really well cleared. And this is Bale. Looking to play him in.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Bale.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Morientes! Oh, he's done it! Mass euphoria! Ecstasy! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper to keep that one out. It was absolutely spanked.
Borussia Dortmund now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, I can wholeheartedly say, Peter, they deserve...
That's the end. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And that gets things running. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game into a showbiz occasion. So I wonder, Jim, what is in today's show?
Well, plenty, we hope, Peter. Being the kind of player who likes to take it upon himself to win, whether it's his vision and creativity or being more direct in providing a threat up front, we're bound to see something special, I hope.
Because we always have... And Batistuta! Roberto Carlos gets it clear. Nicely shaped ball. Nicely worked. He is through here. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And here's Perez. Out towards the flank. Threads one in. Beckenbauer cuts it out. Cafu. Aimed at the far side. And that has been knocked clear. Nice interception, well timed. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. That could spell trouble. Knocks it into space. And he was quick to react. Oh, a delicate chip through. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Now that looks a decent ball.
That's going in strongly.
Batistuta was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Shevchenko unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Neymar, Batistuta, big chance! They've scored! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this will present the map.
Good effort from distance. Cafu. Akanji. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Now, can they get him away? Tries to pass it through. Neymar, he's got away. So much time and space. Oh, he's having a shot! And that's a sharp finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
So that's 2 now without reply.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Yamal. Nice control. Plays it across. And it's hoisted clear. And that signals the end of the first period. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Manchester clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2. So off we go again. Neymar. And that pass isn't the best. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And they win it back again. Looking to play him in. That's been cut out, well played. Xavi Alonso. Nicely weighted. Great chance! It's in! Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Number 11, Fernando Torres.
India cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
And he's there to get it away. Taken back almost at once. Oh, Batistuta! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Oh, good climb! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Looking for options for movement. Duke in the hunt and looking threatening. Well, Jim, it is abundantly clear that the tone of this game has changed markedly within the last few moments.
Well, it has, because the deficit has now been halved, Peter, and because of that, it seems to have developed into some sort of shock for them, and it's going to be very interesting to see how they can take it on from here.
Xavi Alonso. This is a promising build-up. Now it's Batistuta. And it's Neymar. Perez. Oh, shooting chance! And yes, it's there! Do not write them off. Back they come.
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Number 18.
Oh, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Coming on the field is
Driven in.
21, Pele.
Nice and easy for the goalkeeper.
Manchester clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Well,
He's going to be disappointed with that.
It's a searching pass. He's found space here. Baresi getting this one clear. And he can clear it away. Into the last 5 minutes. Looking for the run.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and
Towering header! Now, who's going to be first to this?
well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And here's Perez.
That was lovely, that.
Roberto Carlos.
Added time.
Deflected behind for a corner kick. Desperate defending required here.
Triol clears it away. Looking for a runner. Good read, needed to be. And we're done. So it's ended all square, both sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. Batistuta taking in the accolade. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary. And Batistuta! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, this guy, Rodrigo de Paul, is one of the very best when it comes to moving the ball into the final third, and the stats back that up.
And a chance! That is decidedly lacking.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Now it's Ferran Torres. Shev tries one from range. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And here's Shevchenko. Good ball, good take. Looking to play him in. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Great defending, strong and determined. Oh, that's a key interception. Cafu. Well timed, excellent interception. Cafu. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Batistuta is having a shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Kimmich is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And he's there to belt it away. And smartly he's having a hit! Ronaldinho. And reclaimed it in a trice. Ronaldinho. Oh, facing up to his adversary. He'll try from distance. And over. Just.
He's not happy, and you'd expect that, but at least there's plenty of appreciation for what was a genuinely fine effort.
Nil-nil, but nevertheless a very decent game. De Paul. And it's Ronaldinho. Kimmich finding himself in space. And that was probably asking just too much.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
And we have our very first corner. And that should get the job done. Engages and forces him off the ball. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
What a pleasant surprise to see how open this game is turning into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that a cautious aspect doesn't kick in.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. The second period is on the way. So neither side has yet broken through. Shevchenko. Now it's Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. Kimmich has a look and plays it forward. And it's Neymar. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Manchester clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Out of play for a goal kick.
Cucurella is always looking to play quality balls. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game.
And he is going into that little black book.
Neuer. Not getting too much time on the ball here. That is good pressing. De Paul. He can run onto that. He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, looks like he's picked up a bit of a knock from that challenge. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
Well, Peter, I don't think he even had time to blink. This is just a spontaneous reaction.
He's having a good look here.
It's a very good position, this, and the right distance, too.
Ronaldinho! Oh, it's come loose. Out of play for a throw.
Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Jupe. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Triol. Baresi. Jupe. Gerrard. Turns back here, probably the best option. Tries to pass it through. That is good alertness. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. And no surprise, that's a booking. And he's there to make the challenge. De Paul. Passing is crisp and sharp. He is through here. And the shot! And that would have been some goal.
Ferran Torres certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Now it's Ferran Torres. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
O'Shea is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Now it's Neymar.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Ronaldinho. Now it's Shevchenko. Chips it through. Now, and the shot! Incredible! Just incredible! Mass euphoria! Ecstasy! It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Gerrard. Coming on
There
the
is
field
some activity
is
down on the touchline.
number
It seems there's going to be a change.
Well, for me,
And time is up. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and will be getting underway very soon. Things already rolling. And here's Neymar. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Nicely spread. Searching pass he's played there. Haaland is flagged offside. Tries to play it through. And here's Rooney. Good ball. He's having a hit! Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Haaland just can't be faulted for taking on the opportunity. That sort of distance is usually up his street.
Gerrard making his 300th appearance today. Just another reminder to those who missed the pre-game ceremonies.
Well, Peter, it's remarkable considering I still remember...
Shot, surely! They've scored! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
After 18 minutes is number 10, El Hadji Diouf. El Hadji Diouf. El Hadji Diouf.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Rooney. A probing pass. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Pinches it off him. Bruno Fernandes is the guilty party there. It's a promising position. And here's Shevchenko. And it's Neymar. Here's a shot! It's hit the upright. And he can clear it away. Shot a goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Linton. And they can counter here. Couldn't squeeze it through. Neymar is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, this looks sharp. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Chooses to go cross-field.
Good switch, that.
Nicely weighted ball. Bruno Fernandes gets into a good position. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, good effort! He doesn't look too happy with that.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. The referee's awarded a free kick. Bruno Fernandes! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. How would you review the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Goals, goals and more goals. That's been the story of the half. The teams separated by the tiniest of margins at the break. So, into the second half.
Manchester can do themselves a massive favour by grabbing another one here.
McAllister is always looking to break lines. Now, this could be a chance. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
That'll be a throw. Another throw-in.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Looking to play him in. And it's Shevchenko. Now that's well seen too. So Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, it's not looking good, Peter. You can't just stop playing once you've gone ahead. You're letting the opposition know that you can be got at, and they can so easily raise the pace and tempo to do just that.
Well, he's looking to get away, but the defending is persistent, adhesive. McAllister has got himself a free kick, and he is going into that little black book. Rodri, and he's been shifted off it. Shevchenko, constantly looking for the ball into the box. Now it's Shevchenko. Well, that's beautifully weighted. There's the shot! And he's stuck it away! And this is getting better and better. Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
And they're on him in a flash. Now it's Shevchenko. Jupe. McAllister. Bruno Fernandes. Tries to pass it through. Batistuta is onto this. Shevchenko. It is a corner, good chance.
Substitution on the field. Number 8.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Coming on the field, number 26.
Batistuta! And he has kept it out somehow.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And here's Batistuta. Kagawa. Good read, needed to be. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Van Dijk. And Kadiolu. Neymar with a definite foul there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture.
Substitution in progress.
Van Dijk. No outsmarting him this time. That's been slipped through.
4 added minutes has
Gabriel.
been indicated.
And it's Gerrard. And it's Robertson. To McAllister. Now it's Haaland. And Haaland! It is close, but that is the last of it. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round.
And just a quick reminder today
Batistuta
to
picking up
please
the
drink
man of the match
responsibly.
award,
Anyone
and
appearing
no
intoxicated
surprise
or
there.
behaving in an inappropriate manner will be removed.
So there
Thank
it
you very
is.
much for your
What struck you
cooperation.
most about that?
Manchester really were great today. They showed a lot of battling qualities required in a game like this, such as intensity, personality, a gritty spirit. I think this result was well merited.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So straight into the action.
I hope I don't seem biased towards my compatriot, but I really think John O'Shea could have a very big role to play here.
Listen, you don't win all the medals that he's won without doing something right, do you?
Exactly. And I think he's going to have a busy game covering all sorts of defensive positions, especially when the team's on the front foot. That's when his versatility really comes into its own.
Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He ran himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Memphis Depay showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And here's Diaz. Now then, the ball's come loose. Tries to play it through. Diaz! And he couldn't finish.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Neymar is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Neymar, passing nice and neat.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Back towards the middle. Neymar is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Akanji. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Bergkamp. Now it's Diaz, and he's got the beating of his man. He's shifting through the gears here. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Bergkamp. Oh, played right into his path. Marcelo. Looking for the run. Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Oh, it's Batistuta. And the referee has signalled for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Shevchenko! It's off target and by quite a way.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And this is Shevchenko. Well, that's an excellent interception. And it's Bergkamp. Baresi simply refused to be outdone there. Now it's Batistuta.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Driving forward, it's Neymar! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Yeah, but you only need to look across to the sideline to see what one makes of that, Peter.
Akanji is very much of the non-shall-pass school of defending. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think both teams can help themselves massively with better movement up front, Peter. There's just not enough happening at the moment. And essentially, their job is to find space, and that needs to start happening.
And here's Depay. Very nicely done. Look at the Diaz! Jude. And it's Gerrard. Now Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. It's a good foot in there.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game...
Oh, shooting chance! And he hits the net. The crowd demanded, and he was thrilled to oblige. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Substitution in progress.
Barcelona choosing to make the first change. So the first goal of the game.
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Neymar. Can he get it through? Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. 1-0 as we head towards the end. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks.
Manchester can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Now it's Memphis Depay. And time is up. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Shevchenko taking in the accolade.
You